Assalamu alaikum and hi. We are from UNGS 2011, section 53. We are going to present a topic, social media addiction. Stay tuned. According to Griffiths in 2000 and Starcevic in 2013, social media addiction can be seen as a form of internet addiction, as individuals have the urge to use social media excessively. We chose the topic social media addiction because it is related closely to our society today. The youth, especially teenagers, tend to be fixated on their gadgets and ignore their surroundings. This is an alarming issue as it makes people less interact with each other due to the devices they have. According to statistics in May 2019, the highest percentage referred to Facebook, where 69.52% of social media users have their profile created on Facebook. The second highest showed to Pinterest, where 13.61% had their Pinterest account. The third highest was Twitter accounts, where 6.11% of social media users had a Twitter account. And the other social media applications in the list include YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, Tumblr, Google, and
There are two stories that shows how serious social media addiction. Number one, the woman who was hospitalized after excessive WhatsApp typing. If we look at this story, a woman used WhatsApp messaging service so much over the last Christmas holiday that she ended up in hospital. She had no history or trauma and had not engaged in any excessive physical activity in the previous day. However, on Christmas Day 2013, she spent an estimated 6 hours holding a weighty mobile phone while sending vast quantity of messages. The diagnosis was bilateral extension polysclerosis disease of the thumbs, or what they have named Wasapitis. Number 2. The man who lost his job and wife thanks to his Twitter addiction. Larry Carlett used to be married editor of a famous men's magazine. Then he became obsessed with Twitter, lost his job, got divorced, and alienated loved ones. The Tweetaholic described tweeting every hours, day and night. His tweets were a clear violation of the company's social media policy. He was given the choice to delete the account or face termination. He chose Twitter. About a month later, he lost his wife. He claims to have reached his lowest point when his son threatened him to stop following him on Twitter.
Regarding to the social media addiction issue, we comes up with a few verses from Al-Quran and also a few hadiths. Excessiveness not the way of Muslim. When excessiveness befalls some people, they go beyond all limits. Some of these people want to do the most perfect of acts, but they go astray. As mentioned by our Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the religion of Islam is easy. Whoever overburden himself in his religion will not be able to continue in that way. Satan has driven such people to excessiveness when he found in them audacity and courage, so he caused them to deviate from the right path. It also been mentioned in Quran Surah Al-An'am verse 141, and he, Allah, who causes garden to grow, tree lice and untree lice, palm tree and crop of different fruit, and olive and pomegranate similar and dissimilar. Eat of its fruit when it yield, and give due zakah on the day of its harvest, and be not excessive. Indeed, he does not like those who commit excess. From this proven hadith and verse from Al-Quran, we know that Islam teaches us to be moderate and balanced in all aspects of life, whether it is religion, worship, relationship, ideas, or daily activity. Principal moderation is one of the defining characteristics of good character in Islam. As Allah said, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. Thus, we have made you a justly balanced community that you will be witnesses over the people, and the messenger will be witness over you. Ar-Razi comment on this verse saying that the justly balanced in reality is the furthest point between two extremes. There is no doubt that the two poles of excess and extravagance are destructive. So to be moderate in character is to be furthest from which is to be just and virtuous. Moderation in all things. Also, encouraging by our Prophet, once he asked a companion, "Is it true that you fast all day and stand in prayer all night?" The companion replied that the report was indeed true. The Prophet then said, "Do not do that. Observe the fast sometimes and leave it other times. Stand up for prayer at night and sleep at night. Your body has a right over you. Your eyes have a right over you, and your wife has a right over you." From Sahih al-Bukhari.
There is diffusion and addiction of social media platforms such as Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube in the country all over the world in recent times. It not only in a certain region, but also include the country with Muslim society. The popularity of social media in this century among all over the world sometimes getting worse. Regarding this issue, some scholars expect that it will impact on religious life of Muslims to rise. The common argument from them is that the social media has the potential to change people's religiosity and their piety. The original law of using the social media is a must if the purpose and method of using them are not contradict to any Islamic law. In contrast, if the usage of social media are contrary to Islamic law, it will become illegal.
The scholar view that I agree on is Mufti Ismail Mek. He highlighted the importance of using social media in the right way to create peace between family members, friends, and society. I agree with his view on the concept of social media, which discusses and explains about limitation of using social media. I believe that moderation plays big roles in our life. As he mentions, do not overboard using social media. Therefore, using social media in a good way and moderate time is the best way for everyone. In my opinion, social media is a tool or platform which enables people to communicate with each other. In my opinion, the creative ideas to solve this problem is we can apply time limitation to use social media. My suggestion for creative ideas to solve the problem is apply time limitation when we use social media. Basically, it depends on ourselves. Thus, we may set time when and how long to use social media. As example, we can set it to use only on weekends night.
In my opinion, in order to avoid social media addiction, we can try to become a busy person. For example, we can find a new hobby such as reading books, playing games, and gardening to fill our time. As we become a busy people, we will not have time to use social media. Besides that, we also can learn something such as new language because this can benefit us as well as can avoid us using social media excessively. Other than that, we can try avoiding using social media by separate social media apps with others apps in our phone. For example, we can put all social media applications such as WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter in one file or folder. Then, we name the folders with bad names such as a waste time, evil, and so on. This action can prevent us from using social media as we will consider to use it when we see the bad name of that folders.